Oh, yeah, pipe smokers. Yeah. Happy Monday. This is the Paul Gilson YouTube channel, and I'm Paul Gilson, aka Paul the Pipe Guy. Yeah. And it's the 8th of July of 2024, and we have this gorgeous vintage pre 1936 K Woody poker pipe. This thing's almost 100 years old. And we're going to smoke it. We're going to set it on fire right now. So grab your favorite beverage, grab your favorite blend, grab your favorite pipe, and let's have a smoke together. Yeah. And in that, we've got some 3.5-year-old Scotty's Butternut Burley. Oh, yeah. She's just been perking and aging in there for 3.5 years. Let's set it on fire. Before we do, cheers. Oh, yeah. Look at that briar on that K Woody vintage poker pipe. Just look at it. Oh, that's a beautiful pipe. And a rare one, too. Mm. Mm. So a friend of mine who subscribes to the channel, he's from Texas, and I've done a couple of pipes for him, and he was telling me, he's like, hey, I know you're a K Woody guy. Says, did you hear they're bringing the K Woody brand back? Some guy bought, I don't know if he bought the rights to the company or whatever, but they're bringing it back. And I was like, whoa, no way. So we talked about that a little bit, then some other things. So I went online to research it, and sure enough, they're revitalizing the K Woody brand again. And I was like, I've got to be part of this. I want to be part of this. So I did some quick research online. I quickly found out who the president was. So I sent him an email, which I'm not going to get into the content of that. Basically, was very excited that the company's coming back, and I did share with him that I did do some freelance work for Mr. Bragg. Those pipes they've been handmade out of Poland since 1947. And when I say freelance, it was free. But, they came out with my own discount code on a couple of their models and sent me a bunch of pipes to review. I put a suit on, had a nice background. I wasn't sitting here in my kitchen. Then they did that again. And then, I didn't hear from them again, so, but I know their sales have gone up. So I was looking at this new line of K Woody pipes that they have out that it's not owned by the same owners of K Woody anymore. And the wheels are turning in my head, and I'm like, okay. I'm not even going to tell you what I was thinking, but I have a lot of ideas. Now, many of you know I work at a machine shop. We do, work for the military, work for the government. It's hands-on work. fabrication work, polishing, grinding, whatever needs to be done for that part. But some of the things that you may not know about me is that I do have a background in finance, a long background. I have a background also in sales management. I have a huge background in marketing. And I've had hands-on experience with K Woody pipes for 4 years. I've studied them almost every night. How to date them, how to restore them, how to clean them properly, what the old guys hated when K Woody changed things. I learned all of those things. So I learned the successes that K Woody had. And I also learned the pitfalls that the old company had. So I basically shared with the president of this company, I said, look, I think I could be, a huge attribute to, your new company and relaunching the K Woody brand. I've got experience with this stuff, which many of you may not know. I used to run pretty good sized companies. I don't anymore. Why? My kids grew up and I just wanted to show up at work and punch a clock and make enough money to pay my bills and have a little extra. I don't want that stress. I do want to be part of this K Woody pipe company relaunching the K Woody brand. And Paul the Pipe Guy, if I'm talking to the president of the company, I'm going to tell him straight up, because there were some things I saw that I liked, and there were some things I saw that, let's just put it, there were some other things that I saw. And I'd tell him straight up my opinions. And I'd be gung-ho. This K Woody pipe is smoking so good. But even these older K Woody pipes, man, I'll tell you what. I know you're not supposed to take the pipe apart when it's hot, but it's K Woody. It's not a pull-out stem. It unscrews. Some of these old guys, man, when they changed some things, they used to cut down on the draw. They used to saw that stinger system right off. Well, I love the briar, but I don't like this system. So I know those things. I love history. Like I said, I've studied immensely. So I know where they did things right, and I know where they did things not so right. And K Woody actually was known as a drugstore pipe, like Dr. Grey-Bow, Medico, but they could have been way more than that, just by making some changes which would have improved the cost of manufacturing, but you're also getting a first-class pipe. Yeah. So, my friend Garrett and his wife, well, I don't know if they're married or not, but they're together. Same thing. He is from Colorado, and they got the 3 out of 5 of the pipes that I redid for them. And it was great watching the video. I had to watch it like 3 times. Just to, because I put a lot of effort, I put passion, I put my heart into a pipe when I rehab it or restore it. Just to hear the great things that they said, And then, of course, I blend my own tobacco. So I've got my signature series blend that's called RPG number 7 Captain Blood's Revenge. And Garrett was saying that his wife she likes Latakia blends. And I was like, well, she's going to like this. And the story behind the name is RPG stands for my full name, Richard Paul Gilson. And I was starting out blending and tried this and tried that and blah, 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 different recipes. And on the 7th blend, I was like, wow, this is really good. So I called it RPG number 7 Captain Blood's Revenge. And the Captain Blood's Revenge has to do kind of with a combination of, I've got a good friend of mine, Tom Blood, and he's full-blooded American Indian, and of course the Indians aren't too happy we took their land away. So instead of calling it Chief Blood's Blends, I called it Captain Blood's Revenge, And that's how the name came about. Yeah. Still have to get him to pose for a picture. So I can put it out of 10 and become like a multi-billionaire off of one blend. Yeah, right. So my friend David, that yeah, it's David, right? I don't know. It's been a long day. David, yeah. Lives in Texas. He's like, I still haven't gotten my pipe shot. I was like, all right. So, I had to mail out Garrett's 2 other pipes that I finished up. So now I'm out of pipes. So send me some more pipes, guys. I know there's some on the way. I think I got about another 10 or 15 pipes on the way. Keep sending them, yeah. My price list, and it's way more than fair. A lot of people were like, you are horribly ripping yourself off at those prices. Well, I don't care, all right? Even if I break even, all right, I love coming home and doing that work. Yeah. We're going to take a little break for a second. We're going to let this gorgeous 100-year-old pipe I'm going to let her relax and cool down. She's getting all excited. Ooh, it's just getting smoked again. Yeah. We'll be right back in a nanosecond. Oh yeah, so we're back. So we've got, we're switched to our Rhodesia pipe, bowl number 00. This was made for me. Welsh Piper 62, Mark Hill had the pipe maker make this to specifications he thought I would love, and I do. It's my favorite pipe. Yeah. And I still have some Northwest track enter from last night. Yeah. And that is 4 years old. Isn't that great? Oh, phenomenal blend. So let me ask you something. I have no college education, okay? I have a high school education. I've run businesses without, I got into sales. Then I got into management in these companies, and I ran these companies. No college education. So for 40 years, I've been doing that. Marketing, sales, management, finance background. Do you think that I need a college degree to turn a company into something big? I don't think so, because I have experience. You can go to college for 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, whatever, unless you're going to be a doctor or a lawyer or whatever, something like that. If you've got the experience that you've built on, you've made the mistakes, you've had the successes, you know what works, you know what doesn't, that is better than any education you can have. Now, if you're young, you're thinking about going to college, do it. Not trying to talk anybody out of that, you know. I mean, when you're a young person, having a college degree shows that you had the willingness to sacrifice, the dedication, and all of those things that go along with getting a degree. I've already proven myself. I'm nothing great, but I know what I've done. Yeah. And if I don't believe in a product, forget it. I'm not a salesperson. If this K-Woody thing, I'd love to be involved in research, development, product development, all the way through marketing and then sales. Because I know what it would take to really bring that name K-Woody back. And I would do it myself. The problem is I'm not a millionaire. I don't I don't have millions of dollars where it's like, all right, we're gonna open this manufacturing company over here and we're gonna spend, $500,000 on marketing here and we're gonna do this and that. I don't have that. So I have to work with other people's money. Work for them. It ain't going to be for free, though. I don't care if they put me on full commission. All right, what's your sales right now? Oh, X number of dollars. Okay. I want a 0.5% of your current sales, and then give me 5% of any increased sales. Yeah. And control and deciding the different budgets on where the money goes, marketing, product development, increasing the product quality. Maybe it might cost you an extra $3 instead of having, some little aluminum band here, and you want a solid, nice polish, even if it's an extra $5, all right? That's going to, hey, look at that, all right? Beautiful briar, beautiful stem, beautiful pipe. It's a Medico, all right? You put a brass stem on that, all right? Or a brass ring on that, solid brass, good quality. Might cost you $3 more per pipe. Who cares? You know, then you put that pipe out, you can get another $20 for that pipe, maybe. If it's a good smoker, good briar, good, there's a lot of things involved. Yep, so I sent the president of that company an email. Then I sent it to my friend in IT that told me about it. He's like, oh, that sounds real professional. I hope you hear back. I says, well, if I don't, the president of the company is going to get a certified letter, handwritten, not typed, of my intentions. So we'll see what happens, you know. I tried contacting Mr. Brogback a little bit ago, and I says, look, I did some freelance work for you, and it increased sales. I mean, and then, you know, I contacted a couple of the other pipe companies. Nobody seemed, I didn't hear any response, so we'll see what happens with this. Who knows? You never know. You don't know till you put your all in it and you try. I remember, what I've always done, all right? Back in the day, you'd go in and you'd fill out an application. When I was a young man, you'd go in, you'd ask for the manager of whatever company that you wanted to work for. You'd introduce yourself, you'd go in a suit and tie. And so you would tell them that you're interested working for their company, and here's why. And they would say, okay, fill out an application. And a lot of times they'd sit down and talk with you right there. Now everything is, all right, well, let's see. Let's go on the internet. Let's put our resume in. Let's put our letter of intent in. And it comes out on a printer in Human Resources office. They look at it and they set it in a stack. There's no face to go with the paperwork. There's nothing. So even after they started with all of this bullshit, you know, I didn't care. I did it the old school way, man. I'll tell you, when I wanted a manager's job at this one it's a billion-dollar company, multi-billion-dollar company. I went in a suit and tie, had my pen, and asked for the manager. Talked to the manager. He's like, well, you got to go online, this and that. And it's like, okay. Yeah, I went online. I contacted the president of the company. And I introduced myself in an email and said, here's why I want to work for your company. Here's what I think I can do for you. Instantly, the district manager got right back to me, and I had a manager's job, making really good money. So I don't accept just going online and sending it's freaking paperwork through. They're worthless. You can wipe your ass with them, man. If you want a job, go in and see the people. Then they'll tell you, Well, you got to go online and so forth. All right, well, who's going to get my application? Oh, I will. I'm the manager. All right, well, here's why I want to work for the company. You know, what positions do you have open, blah, blah, blah. And sit down and talk with them. Then, you know, you write down your name, your phone number, you hand it to them on a piece of paper, and you sit there in the waiting room on your phone, send it through, and then you go back and ask for the guy. And you say, hey, you know, I just sent my application through. Did you print it out yet? Can I get an interview today? And you dress up. These managers nowadays are like, they don't know how to handle that. They have to hire you. It's the truth. If you have that much balls, those big balls to freaking walk into a joint in a suit and tie, ask for a job, and they tell you got to go on the internet, and you sit on your phone and fill out all that shit, and then go back and ask for the manager again, say, all right, it's all filled out. Can we have an interview and talk about my employment? That blows their mind. They know. They're like, who the fuck is this? Who is this guy? You know, nobody does that. All right? And that's how you get ahead. That's my $1 million secret for the day. All right? I want a commission off of all your paychecks now for those great jobs all of you guys and girls are going to get. Anyways, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy. It's time to make dinner. Yeah. So we're going to be off on our way. Yeah. Happy pipe smoking, everyone. And God bless America. Yep. And God bless you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing and watching. And tell your friends about, you know, my little pipe thing I got going on here where I make them pretty again. Over and out.